Work my biz, I'm too far from the rest, not what you used to. Okay, this ain't what you used to. Always with the new, this ain't what you used to. I do me, do you. I do me, do you. This ain't what you used to.
Good morning from my food forest. I gotta drop some clips in to what used to be a yard looked like. And now I have a full-on freaking full food forest in almost 3 years. Gonna get a couple quick things done, and then I'm gonna show y'all how I prep my salad beds. But first, I'm gonna go feed the worms. It's been 2 weeks since I put these 2 guava air layers into a pot. This one clearly isn't very happy. But let's see if we can scrape it. Oh yeah, so it's got a cambium, still that green, so we know it's still alive. So maybe the roots will be able to revive this thing. This one's happy. It happens. We'll pray for this guy. But check out the air prune bed though. I figured while we're in the nursery, I want to check on a few things. Look at these jackfruit seedlings. They're freaking huge, and these papayas need to go somewhere. Longevity spinach is clearly rooted. I put this cutting in here. This is a what is this? I don't know. That actually could be a papaya maybe. I put seeds in here, so. But this is jackfruit. Oh, it's a chaya cutting that's rooted. Another rooted chaya cutting. Tree spinach. Something's eating it, but it's all good. Oh, another rooted longevity spinach. Jackfruit. Another rooted chaya cutting. Longevity spinach. Oh man, Cuban oregano has rooted, clearly. Looks great. It's been here a couple weeks. Weed. Chaya. Yes, oh yeah, that is another more papayas coming up. Oh, we've got a little salad tree cutting that's rooted. Oh, oh heck yeah. So this branch got broken off in the storm a couple weeks ago, but I scraped it and saw that it still had a cambium. So I'm like, oh, it's not dead. Let me just stick it in the air pruning bed and see what happens. And it has rooted. So now I've got some new salad tree. This one didn't take, obviously. Oh shoot, but it has roots on it. Weird. I'm sticking it back in there, see what happens. Looks very dead. Maybe it's just dying and not totally dead yet. We'll see what happens. It's probably dead. But yeah, these chayas look good. Man, that's so cute. All these jackfruits, longevity spinach. All right, let me get from over here. The mosquitoes are crazy over in this area. This is the salad tree that the branch broke off of. The branch broke right over here in the storm, and it was just hanging off, and so I just took it and cut it into a few pieces, and got a couple new salad trees now. It's beautiful, it's delicious, and it's one of the few perennial greens, tropical perennial greens that can be eaten raw. Change in plans. I can't with this grass. I haven't cut it in 3 weeks, the back of the farm. I'll show you. But yeah, I have to cut this because it's just gonna get worse. When's the winter cold's coming, man? All these weeds, which is what this actually is, not grass, but weeds. These weeds will all get knocked down as soon as those cold nights start coming. But we feel pretty far away right now. It's still gonna be in the high 80s today. So anyway, let me trim this grass up real quick so I can get to actual work.
Okay. Yeah. Check. Yeah.
Don't ask me why again, we tried again and didn't feel the same. The plans was nicking up the diagram. Winter overseas, I got some bags that need acquiring. We used to get cash, the checks bigger, so they wired them.
Battery's dead. Yeah, now you can see where you're walking and not be worried as much about snakes. The nice thing is this is an electric trimmer, so I'm not using, you know, gas. But the resource that I am using is my most valuable one, which is my time. I can't get any more time back, so I prefer to waste as little time as possible, especially in the summer when there's only a few hours where it's comfortable to work. I really don't want to spend it trimming grass. But so in the summer, I realized I underestimated. It's actually been more than a month since I've trimmed the back of the farm. I just let it grow up in the summer because why fight it again? I don't have time or energy to just keep fighting grass because it looks pretty or whatever. I don't think it does. I'd rather it be wild. I don't really care that much until it gets so tall that it's like hard to walk through and I gotta like exert a lot of energy to step over knee-high grass. I do keep that down. I'm just starting to plant out the back of the farm, so the grass is still pretty wild, the weeds, and I just let it do its thing. It's fine. Just cut it all down. It'll break down to the soil, and like I said, when the cold comes, all these weeds will be gone, and I won't have to cut all winter. I won't have to cut, and so I try to cut as little as possible in general, but certainly in the summer. I don't cut it all, usually in the winter. But I am still in a neighborhood where I'm growing, and I have an elderly family member that lives very close to where I'm growing, and all these older people, I'm making a generalization, but whatever, they're all part of this mow culture, and they want the yard to look tended. But this is not a yard. This is a food forest. The part that I've claimed of this acreage is a food forest. So anyway, I keep the front very much more manicured, not totally manicured, but more manicured so that I don't have to hear anybody's mouth, respectfully. But then I grow up tall plants and trees, cassavas, so that they can't really see in the back and I can just do what I want because they're not walking all the way back here. This lot's an acre. So anyway, I'm gonna go charge this battery up because I would like to trim a little bit more in the front before I go. But while this charges up in the car, let's get our salad beds in. Ooh, look who's bouncing back. This is a toothache plant that my sister gave me. She grew from seed. Look it up. Thanks, sister. These are my salad beds. I have 4 more on the other side of the farm that look, they're identical. They're identically measured out as well. And this is the magical clover that I let grow over these salad beds through the summer. I have regular clover and I have Mexican clover growing here naturally. Clover is a great lawn alternative for those of you who like to have, air quotes, grass. Instead of having grass that's just a resource suck, you can have clover, which actually fixes nitrogen to the soil. And so I let it just grow all over these beds because it wants to be here. It crawls all over this, and it's fixing nitrogen into my soil for what I'm going to plant here in the winter, which is salad greens. And salad greens don't require a lot of nutrients to grow. I don't have to do anything else to these beds after I let this grow over in the summer. It gives all the nutrients it needs, and I'm harvesting pounds and pounds of salad greens, beautiful salad greens, out of these beds all winter long. I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, Keisha, look at all those weeds. That's so much work. But this is a useful weed. I don't like the term weed personally. Weed is just something you don't know what it is or how it's useful yet. But pretty much every weed is useful in some way, and I just assume I don't know how to use it. But in this particular case, clover, I had actually been researching when I first got on this lot 3 years ago. I was researching what I could put here as a grass alternative because I wanted something that could actually be useful. And clover came up over and over in my research. And I bought some seeds off Amazon because I was like, yeah, this is it. I'm going to do it. The very next week I came out here, it was summer when I first got this lot, and I saw all this clover growing everywhere natively that wasn't there in the winter because it dies back in the winter. I saw clover everywhere and I was like, look at God. That's why it's important to learn the land you're on. I already got clover everywhere. God gives us everything we need. I've got clover growing all over the place, so I returned those seeds to Amazon, and just let the clover grow and see what it does. The bees love it all summer long. And I love it, my salad beds love it. Because maybe you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's so much work. Why didn't you just go to Home Depot and get all those bags of crappy soil and overpriced plastic filled, because I'm always picking bits of plastic out of those bags of soil. There's lots of reasons why I don't do that, but money is a big one. We're gonna work and talk. Oh, but let me point out, I shaped these beds so that I could stand over them just like this, because I knew I would want to be able to, I can harvest this way, I can weed this way. Not that I weed very much. But I can do all that from this easy standing position, and I have a straddle. So these beds are custom fit for me. I start by just hand pulling as much of the clover as I can. It's mostly pretty shallowly rooted, but there are some tubers that kind of come out in clumps, and it's a little bit harder to get out. But look at how dark and rich this soil looks and how it's holding that moisture. Totally worth the effort of pulling the clover each fall. Let's put this into high gear. I've got a lot of beds to clear.
I'm back in my bag, yo. Conscious. ISO. Dummy. Back in my bag and I gotta brag, I do this shit for real. When we was down and we had nothing, we had to share a meal. We put the shit in overdrive with no steering wheel. Shorty throw that thing back in a pair of heels. Yeah, she be riding on that thing like a Ferris wheel.
First stage is done. Now for the deeper roots and the things I couldn't quite get with my hand, I get to pull out my favorite tool, the hoe. Invented in Africa, look it up.
Brown skin, caramel, you know I had to bring it to the hood. Like she Karen Civil when she keep on turning head, cause when she walk that thing jiggle, and we going back to back.
Now I've got most of the clover and the weeds out of the beds. Only one more step to finish it up. I like to use the stiff rake just to smooth out the bed before planting.
Back in my bag flow. Back in my, yeah, back in my bag, yeah. I'm back in my, yeah. Life has been a movie, yeah, so shout out to the cameraman. Pull up to the scene, it's going down like an avalanche. Steady going up like a travel plan. Homer Simpson face, lucky power plant. Yeah, I'm off that dope, like I'm back again to busy at the Millie's out on Club Hers.
This beautiful bed is now ready for planting.
Make it rain on them, bust a band, then you throw it. We was steady having it, even lowest. High speed road running.
I use the tip of a shovel to create my lines where I'm going to drop the seeds.
Gotta watch the people that's around you, that you grow it. They be coming around you with some plans to steal your moment. Soon as I should be like, baby, where you going? Never slowing down. It's enough to go around. Yeah, you probably know it's
I pre-mix all the seeds for my salad mix so that when it comes time to harvest, everything's already pre-mixed and I can just stuff it into the bag.
Back to back on them like we here, we and we rally. This that back in my back flow, we back again so highly. This that back in my back flow, we back to change the climate. This that back in my back flow, we bring the force like Tommy. Back in my back flow. Back in my, yeah, back in my bag, yeah. I'm back in my, yeah, I'm back in my bag, yeah. I'm back in my, this my, back in my bag flow, Yeah, not for real. Double I. Do or die, you already know. Don't try.
I know y'all didn't think I was going to waste all this perfectly good clover. It's going straight onto my onion bed. Spent coffee grounds, sprinkling it around my new banana plants. Thanks, Tony. I didn't even know cassava flowered. This is my first time growing it. I've never seen anyone talk about cassava flowers. I can't wait to see what these look like on the inside. I saved this avocado seed from yesterday's lunch. I've got no idea what variety this is, but whatever it is, I want it. Yeah, I think it'll work right about here.
I'm back in my bag, yo. Conscious. ISO.
My sister gave me these fava bean seeds, so I'm gonna tuck these in right next to my new banana plants. Nitrogen fixing for the bananas and food for me.
Back in my bag and I gotta brag, I do this shit for real. When we was down and we had nothing, we had to share a meal. We put the shit in overdrive with no steering wheel. Shorty throw that thing back in a pair of heels. Yeah, she be riding on that thing like a Ferris wheel. Yeah, I love them dark skin, brown skin, caramel. You know I had to bring it to the hood like she Karen Civil when she keep on turning head, cause when she walk that thing jiggle, and we going back to back on them like we here.
Look what we have here. Now that I cut back that African blue basil, I see that I've got an avocado seedling that had some great growth this summer.
We back again so highly. Just that back in my back flow, we back to change the climate. This that back in my back flow, we bring the force like time. Back in my back flow. Back in my, yeah, back in my bag, yeah.